Good morning and vanakkam. In this video, we're going to be reading from Dancing with Shiva, Hinduism's contemporary catechism, written by Sadguru Sivaya Subramania Swami, a richly illustrated sourcebook of Indian spirituality in question and answer form, exploring how to know the divine, honor all creation, and see God everywhere, in everyone. Today's lesson is lesson 7, and we'll begin by reading the caption to the facing image. Shiva's sons vie to circle the globe, competing for a ripe mango, symbol of spiritual attainment. Murugan completes the race, only to find Ganesha has won by a playful ruse, circling his parents and claiming victory, as all worlds are contained in Shiva Shakti. Lesson 7. What is the deeply mystical Saiva sect? Shloka 7. Saivism is the world's oldest religion, worshipping God Shiva, the compassionate one. It stresses potent disciplines, high philosophy, the Guru's centrality, and bhakti-raja siddha yoga, leading to oneness with Shiva within. Om. Bhashya. Saivism is ancient, truly ageless, for it has no beginning. It is the precursor of the many-faceted religion, now termed Hinduism. Scholars trace the roots of Shiva worship back more than 8,000 years to the advanced Indus Valley civilization. But sacred writings tell us there never was a time when Saivism did not exist. Modern history records 6 main schools: Saiva Siddhanta, Pashupatism, Kashmir Saivism, Veera Saivism, Siddha Siddhanta, and Shiva Advaita. Saivism's grandeur and beauty are found in a practical culture, an enlightened view of man's place in the universe, and a profound system of temple mysticism and siddha yoga. It provides knowledge of man's evolution from God and back to God, of the soul's unfoldment and awakening guided by enlightened sages. Like all the sects, its majority are devout families, headed by hundreds of orders of swamis and sadhus who follow the fiery, world-renouncing path to moksha. The Vedas state, by knowing Shiva, the auspicious one who is hidden in all things, exceedingly fine like film arising from clarified butter, the one embracer of the universe, by realizing God, one is released from all fetters. Om Namah Shivaya. Good morning and vanakkam. In this video, we're going to be reading from Living with Shiva, Hinduism's contemporary culture, written by Sadguru Sivaya Subramania Swami. 365 daily lessons based on ancient Vedic laws, disclosing how to approach family, money, relationships, technology, food, worship, yoga, and karma to live a truly spiritual life. Today's lesson is lesson 162, and the topic is arranged marriages. Marriage is a union not only of a boy and girl, but of their families as well. Not leaving such crucial matters to chance, all family members participate in finding the most suitable spouse for the son or daughter, and thereafter commit hearts and minds to assist in times of need. Marriage is a sacred covenant which all relatives take up the responsibility to care for and protect. It is one of the most sacred events of life. Through the homa rite at the marriage ceremony, the priest invokes the gods. The elders, the priests, the gods, the devas, the planets, and even cows witness the couple vow themselves to holy, harmonious matrimony for the rest of their lives. Thus, divorce or annulment are considered out of the question. The Rig Veda intones, "United your resolve, united your hearts. May your spirits be one, that you may long together dwell in unity and concord." While not all marriages must be arranged, there is wisdom in arranged marriages, which have always been an important part of Hindu culture. Their success lies in the family's judgment to base the union on pragmatic matters which will outlast the sweetest infatuation and endure through the years. Compatibility of culture and education is also taken into consideration. A spouse is generally sought from within the same religious community. The man and woman should at least be of the same religious sect for long life and a happy marriage. This may not seem important if both are not religiously active, but conditions will tend to change in future years, especially after children are born, and the disparity can lead to separation and divorce. Most families begin early in finding the proper mate for their children among families they know and esteem for the kinship bonds the marriage would bring. Those involved ponder whether the two families can blend into a one family harmoniously with benefits to both. Stability is enhanced if the groom has completed his education, established earnings in a profession, and is at least 3 years older than the bride. Sutra 162 of the Nandinada Sutras. Tithing is the first obligation. My close devotees consider tithing their first expense. They provide a written reconciliation each April, including with it all unremitted tithing. Those behind in tithing are counseled to help them fulfill the vow. Om. Good morning and vanakkam. In this video, we'll be reading from Merging with Shiva, Hinduism's contemporary metaphysics, written by Sadguru Sivaya Subramania Swami. 365 enlightenment lessons from a mystical master, revealing the depths of Raja Yoga, the clear white light, the states of mind, and the ultimate spiritual destiny of every seeker. Today's lesson is lesson 162 and the topic is the inner and outer being. Popular thought prevalent today is that we have an external mind to be shunned and an inner being to be reached. I look at the internal areas of the mind and the external areas of the mind as being one and the same, an integrated whole, one totality of mind. In my personal life, I have proven this to myself time and time again for more than 51 years. The inner universe of the mind is tremendous. It is much larger, more complex, and better organized than any of the universes we can see with our physical eyes. The superconscious areas of mind deep within each of us are more advanced than the externalities of the material conscious world. As an example, this planet Earth began in a very simple way. Man himself has made it extremely complex. Man has added to the planet all of the buildings, all of the systems, the laws, the cities, the countries, the states. Man has done this all himself. Quite often I humorously say, the gods created heaven and earth and man decorated them. The inner mind is many times more complex than this. Man is discovering new things within the sea and in outer space. All of these vast new discoveries are being registered within his subconscious mind. Only through his deep intuitive perceptive faculties resident within the inner area of his mind is he able to grasp these new findings, relate them to discoveries of the past and conditions of the present, and hold a mountaintop overview of it all. But if he does not have this deep intuitive perceptive faculty awakened, man becomes confused by these new discoveries and fearful of his future. Only the one who is inwardly awake, vibrant, alive, and has the burning desire to know and be creative with that knowledge is content and at peace with himself and the world at large. For the more he knows about the external world, the more he discovers from deep within himself as he passes this knowledge on to the present generation, who will in turn pass it on to the succeeding generation, systematically and in an organized way. Many enlightened souls on the earth today are handling the knowledge acquired from the exterior areas of the mind and the knowledge acquired from the depths of their own being in this way. To perform this mental activity, one does not have to be mystically inclined. A mystic is one who lives 2/3 within himself and 1/3 within the external areas of the mind. A person who lives 2/3 within the external mind and only 1/3 within himself is not classified as a mystic. Let us look at the 1/3 of the inner area of mind in which he is living. It can be a delightful inner world or a very tragic area of the mind. This depends upon the character of the individual himself, the nature of his evolution, and how he conducts himself in daily life. Although he is living only 1/3 within, intuitive flashes can penetrate the exterior walls of his consciousness strongly enough to change the history and course of humanity. And that's it for today's lesson. Take care of yourselves, have a beautiful day, and we'll see you in the next video. Om Namah Shivaya.